Nisha Kumar here, Side B number 2's episode 6. It's lit!
Don't take it personal, I ain't lying, I ain't hiding, I've been grinding, multiplying. I've been trying to get my weight up, staying prayed up, meditating and taking time away. You always posting up pictures, trying to look like you winning. I'm writing rhymes in the kitchen, soaking in moments we live in, yeah. You got the nerve to be on me, faking your life for the IG. If you got my number, don't add me, cause baby, I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus. Baby, don't check for me. Taking time out to be and live my life off screen. Taking time out to be and live my life. Hey. Taking just so deep and live my life. Don't take it personal, we just building. It's my season, lay foundation, make a name for generations, please, and make a, then take a break or a little vacation and chasing blues away. Hey, hey. You always posting up pictures, trying to look like you winning, or look like you always be working, soaking the moments you live in, yeah. You got the nerve to be on me, faking your life for the IG. If you got my number, don't add me, cause baby, I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus. Baby, don't check for me. Taking time out to be and live my life off screen. Taking time out to be and live my life. I'm in a place serene and pure and free. Hey, I ain't worried about what's the wave, only worry about me, yeah. Oh, I'm taking time out to be and live my life off screen. Taking time out to be and live my life.
Hey guys, welcome back again. It's Nisha Kumar, your Side B number 2's host, sharing new buzzing topics and information for creative professionals every week. The title of our show today is Hustle and Motivate. So how are you upping your hustle in this pandemic, and what is your motivation? Send us a message and share your thoughts. I've got a treat for you all today. I'll be interviewing host Greg J from one of the most buzzing new creative vinyl shows in Brooklyn, New York, the Jump Off Express Buena Vista Vinyl Club. This is going to be a good one, y'all. Be right back.
Come on now, come on, won't you come with me? Time to let it go and be free. Won't you come and breathe the open skies? Come now, come listen to the melody. Slow it down, put yourself at ease. Time to live it live. Get away from the do's and don'ts. loco paraíso. Come and swan to the loco paraíso. Under the lazy evening sun. Paraíso, come and swan to the loco paraíso. Under the lazy evening sun. Come and swan to the loco paraíso. Under the lazy evening sun. Paraíso, come and swan to the loco paraíso. Under the lazy evening sun.
Good day, everyone. We have Greg J with us here from the one and only Jump Off Express Buena Vista Vinyl Club. Greg, it's so nice to have you with us today. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, great to be here. Hey, everybody. So happy to be here.
Thank you. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. So, I have to start with the title of your show because it's just plain and simple great. The Jump Off Express Buena Vista Vinyl Club. Love it. Tell me how you all came up with that.
Well, the name itself, that came up on a very liquidy, inebriated night.
Okay. Interesting.
And for me, I was born and raised in New York, all five boroughs, so like jump off is basically a slang here, and jump off can mean anything. It's like Jean can mean anything in Philly, like jump off means anything.
Absolutely.
Here. And we just decided, like, just randomly, the Jump Off Express. Oh, wow, that's actually kind of hot. Like, yeah,
let's just go with it.
and we did, and it was myself, DJ Dick at Night, DJ Mishap. We just all got together one night and just was just kicking it. And like, yo, let's start a crew and like just see what happens. Like, we got nothing to lose because we don't have nothing to get.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. It's like, let's just see what happens out of this thing that we create, right?
Yeah, and fast forward to here we are now. 8 months in, and it's been awesome. Been absolutely awesome.
Wow, that's pretty cool. I like the sound of how it all happened. So today the theme of today's show is hustle and motivate. So we asked our guests earlier to call in and send us some messages about how they're upping their hustle and motivating during this pandemic. So I want to ask you, what's the motivation behind the show? And is this like a pandemic hustle that you'd like to push forward, particularly because of the environment? Or is there like more to it? And what are you hoping to accomplish?
Well, the hustle and the motivation for the show, because we're a weekly show on the faceradio.com. So since the pandemic happened, or as my dad called us, the pandemic, ever since that happened, we just have we usually have, the concept of our show is this. We play for an hour, and then we have a special guest DJ the second hour, because in this world of DJs, every now and again you don't get to play what you really want to play, unless like everyone just vibing with you no matter what. So we want to give people, DJs, a free and open space just to play what you want and just go with it. And that was the concept of the show. When the pandemic happened, thus goes the guest. So after a couple of weeks, I had to make a remote location from my apartment to broadcast the show from here. Yeah, so weekly, I do my best to provide an escapism to the listeners and to like the friends that I have at the station. Just like give us just a moment to breathe and just enjoy music. And that's what, knock on wood, I've been very, very fortunate and blessed to do that.
That's
every
awesome.
week. And it's been awesome.
Yeah, no, and us, the listeners who are listening to your weekly show and music, we are definitely feeling good and blessed by, what you put together. So thank you for doing that.
Oh, we truly appreciate that.
Yes,
really
I actually heard some of your music, and I am a huge fan. Just to put that out there. Love what you're playing.
Oh, thank you.
So this is like me fangirling right now, but totally awesome show. I told some colleagues about it, and you definitely play some interesting music, especially from the 90s. I'm a huge 90s fan, so thank you for doing that.
My pleasure,
I think you brought up an artist that I was actually trying to remember the other day, and I heard it actually in one of your older shows. It was Sadiq's song with Q-Tip, Get Involved.
Oh, Get Involved,
and I was so excited
yes.
because I had that beat in my head, but I couldn't remember who sang it. And I actually discovered it on your show, and I was so super excited and stoked. So your show is sort of like... Yeah, it's like a musical library for me now.
That's really awesome to hear. Like we do our best to make sure that, 'cause like obviously regular radio just plays the same track every
more
5
mainstream.
minutes. And like mind you, I can go mainstream too, even with vinyl. But I think the beauty about the show is we really have no genre. We just go with the flow. So like one day it could be like just a jazz show that we did. Like when our first episode was the all jazz show, and because of that, and because of the awesome freedom that our station gives us, we pretty much can play whatever we want, and it pays off. Like perfect example. Granted, this will air after, but today on the station, we're doing 24 hours of live music because we was part of the Blackout Tuesday yesterday, so we was down the air. So tonight, we have a special edition show of nothing but slow jams.
Oh, nice.
Tonight. Yeah. So, and we're really looking forward to that. Just like to educate and appreciate the music, and let more people like yourself discover music I've never heard before.
Yes, absolutely. Or just needed the reminder of that artist that you heard back in the 90s, and you just couldn't get the name of the artist. pretty much. That warms our heart that happened, that you had that experience, and yes. I'm a total 90s music fan, so that was very helpful for me.
Good to know. I'll make sure that I'll make a note for that tonight on the show. I'm still prepared for the show tonight.
Yes, consider.
There's so many options, yet so many outlets.
No, I know. But we appreciate any music you play. That's for sure. But speaking of vinyl, we do love vinyl, but, everything is so digital now. Can you tell me what you think is the positive in both vinyl and digital when it comes to music? And do you think we can appreciate both?
Well, to answer the latter question first, yes, you can appreciate both. You definitely can appreciate both. I'll start with digital first. And digital, first and foremost, is lighter. You don't have to carry like 6 records to every gig.
Load.
So thank you. Thank you for our backs. So that's one. Number 2, the accessibility to new music and out of print music is huge in the digital world. And on top of that, there are a lot of amazing DJs and producers that some days are just either bored at the house or they had an idea or a vision and they come up with a mix. Like, perfect example is DJ Spinner. He comes up with mixes and it's pretty much on the fly, whatever he wants. And some people go, they put their stuff on Bandcamp or or SoundCloud, whatever, and that's accessible to all DJs, especially DJs that do that digital aspect. Now, for DJs like myself who does strictly vinyl, when those mixes come on vinyl, it is a free for all, and we need to have it because it's awesome, and we want to support the craft on both sides. Like digital there should never be a war of digital and vinyl. Granted, some people like to think so. I think both should embrace both sides. And this is the only time I'll probably say this in general, but both sides do matter in this. Like both sides should embrace each other. Even me and my stubborn self, I need to embrace digital more.
So it's like you got to give digital a chance, basically, is what you're saying.
And digital is amazing. Digital is amazing. It's amazing. Like the possibilities of a set are endless with digital. They're completely endless. And like, not for nothing, and not to throw shade or cheat anything, but there is no excuse for a DJ that does digital that have a bad set. There's literally no excuse. Because you can pretty much get any freaking song you want.
That's good. Then more people should take advantage of it, right? If you're in the DJ world. Yeah.
Oh, by all means. Now, to go on the vinyl aspect of it all, it's a workout to, get that set together and to dig for records. Like, I love digging for records. I love going to, when the world was open, I love going to a record shop and like just going into the dollar bin and seeing what I could find or discover something I didn't know, and then putting it into a set or a mix, and just like seeing the reaction of either people who are just there for a drink and like, oh wow, I never heard that before. What's that? Or DJs are just on a day off like, oh, you're playing that? Wow. Or the same DJ, we're like, what song is this? What song is this? Or the millennials that pull out their phone, no disrespect to them, that pull out their phone and Shazam the song right away to see what it is, so you can put it in a playlist. Now, mind you, I'm guilty of that too, because whenever I hear a song out in public and I can't write it down, I will Shazam it. I even have a playlist. In my phone called Record Pool, so I can put that song in that record pool and buy that record that day. So both sides, digital and vinyl, are very essential to music.
It kind of goes hand in hand, it seems, basically.
It definitely does.
Okay.
You cannot go wrong.
So you had a show where you were playing records that you forgot you had, and the mix was like extremely diverse. So your catalog seems to be in general includes like a array of vibes and genres. When collecting music, how do you find your inspiration?
Sometimes pure and dumb luck.
Is that for real or?
No, seriously, for real. Like, it was. I want to say it probably was like a couple of months ago. I was just hanging out at one of my favorite record stores. Shout out to Record City, and I'm just digging through the 45, and I see unmarked 45 record with Japanese writing in the bottom, and I didn't know what it was, and I asked my friend who works there. Shout out to you, Miss App. Hey, can you put this on? Because I'm going to buy it. I don't know what it is.
Randomly buy it. Okay.
She puts it on, and there's this very harmonic voice of a Japanese man, and then like just these funky drums that come in afterwards, and it's like some Japanese Jackson 5 stuff. And as me and her do, we have a thing where when we have a great record or we play a record, we give each other the middle finger as a sign of respect. So she just kept on giving me fingers left and right. Like, how did you find this in my store when I probably put it there? And I'm like, I don't know. Something just buy it.
It was
That's
destiny.
Usually how Indeed, that's how half of my records that I get when I'm out. That's how they happen. The rest is like just from memory and just me loving music because I've had the beautiful gift and opportunity to have an amazing family that listens to all music, and especially starting with my dad. My dad used to bring home for the kids that don't know, there was these things before VCR tapes or Betamax tapes, and it will have music of all different types of genres, and my dad would bring it home, and I would watch all the videos. So I'm a kid. Everyone else is just singing Rapper's Delight. I'm singing and Sylvester.
You take it.
You're
taking it back.
So I was already out there. I was already ahead of the curve and the eyeball out. So that helps me with my music collection and
No, that's good though. It shows that you kind of touch upon all array of vibes and genres, like I mentioned, and you seek inspiration from like all decades, it seems, pretty much, right?
Oh yes, indeed. I mean, like, the one thing I always tell people on a regular basis, no matter what type of the world we live in, there's always one song that connects everybody. No matter what race, color, gender, or creed, there's one song that everyone can agree to. That's a great song. And that's me. That's me. That's why I live.
And I totally agree. And I totally agree with you. And I also like to say that music is sort of like that universal language, right? Like, you don't need to know the same language to know music. You just gotta listen, right?
Yes, indeed.
So I feel you with that. I think that's a good point. So what's your favorite song that you never play? I don't know why you would never play it. Like, what's your favorite song that you never play?
See, to answer that question, like, I've been very lucky and fortunate. This, be it either me DJing at a bar or a venue or whatever, or just on the show, I've been given the freedom to play what I love, and hopefully that when I play it, people love it. So that's been great. But there is one song that is on my list, and it's finally coming on vinyl this year, and I cannot wait. So there, Floetry's second album, actually both of Floetry's albums.
Are they really? Oh my god, I love Floetry, by the way. So
yeah.
I
love Floetry too, and there's one song that I want for one mix, and it's off the second album.
Okay. So that's coming on vinyl now, you're saying? Okay.
Yeah. Hopefully the schedule still sticks, but I'm definitely waiting for that.
Okay, I'm excited. When you get that episode going, let me know.
Trust me, literally, like, the day that it comes in the mail, I'll be practicing for freaking hours to make sure that
you're gonna mix it in there.
Is set. No.
Yeah.
Seriously, like, I cannot wait, because I already have like 5 songs to put in a whole set. And that's the one song I need to complete it. And once I have it, I'm not even retired.
Yeah,
like,
it's done. Like, your life is made. Your life is made once you get this.
Pretty much, like, there's a thing to see here.
Man, I'm excited. I'm excited when that episode comes out. I'm waiting for that. So what's your strategy for getting like a crowd going when you're spinning? And I think that's pretty important for a DJ. So I definitely would like to know what's your strategy for that.
Well, for me, so a little backstory of me. I've been a bartender. I've DJ'd in bars. I've obviously drank in bars. So, like, I always get the vibe and the flow. If the bartenders are happy and they're jamming, then the rest of the place will jam. So that's the first thing. That's the first thing I go to. I make sure that the bartenders are set and straight. And if I'm on the microphone, I make sure that, hey, tip your bartenders because they're taking care of me and they're damn sure taking care of you. Once the bartenders are like up and running, the rest should be a piece of cake. Like, I have to make the bar happy. The bar makes the money of the venue, and if the bar's making money, the venue's making money, and people will go into the venue to make more money. So
it's sort of like a domino effect, right? You start at the bar, and then it starts with the bartender. Exactly. The drinks kind of, keep going. That means the music is hitting people the right way. They're having a good time.
Seriously, from actual alcohol to seltzer water. If the music is bumping, someone will pay $3 for seltzer water because the music is going and the bartenders are having a good time. So that's true.
That is the power of music, folks. It'll get you buying $3 seltzer.
Seriously.
Yeah. Right? It's like you're vibing, you're having a good time, and then there you go. So that's actually a good point. I didn't even think about that. So that's good to know. If I ever decide to DJ, I'm gonna consider a bar.
Hey, a majority of the DJs, past, present, and even future, shot their shot
Yeah. Okay, good to know. I'm taking notes on this.
No, literally, this will be a year since I came back DJing after a 15-year hiatus.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm way better than I was a year ago today. Way better. Now, I'm still not the best that I was 15 years ago because I was always doing it, but I'm so much better and more knowledgeable now than I was a year ago.
Oh, that's interesting. And I think that also comes with time. That's what it kind of took, right, to get to that point. Yeah. And learning.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, I stepped away because, life. I stepped away because of life and stuff, and I regretted stepping away, and now that I'm back, I will never leave again.
Yeah, you better not leave now. You're getting that Flower Tree vinyl, so you're committed.
Trust me, I will be right here. I'll be right here.
Yeah, we're going to hold you to that, all right, Greg? It's accountability.
Please do. Please hold me to it. Please hold me to it. Yes. Please hold me to it. Please and thank you.
So, as you know, right now the creative industry is, one of the hardest hit during COVID right now, and everyone is looking, to get themselves out there through alternative measures. So, mainly through social media, but everything is so flooded, which makes it even harder for creatives to grow or gain any type of following or recognition. What message do you have for creatives out there struggling through this pandemic?
This new state of the world right now, it gives you the one thing that can defeat you. It gives you too much time to think. And when you overthink, you just completely create more stress for yourself. For no reason, because you have so much time to think.
Yeah.
So just breathe.
Yeah.
Like, just breathe. And mind you, I'm 400% guilty of that. Because my mind continues to just go on and on and on about nothing. And I have to remind myself to breathe. So I will definitely say that to all the creatives, all the DJs out there. The perfect example of creativity.
Oh, yeah.
D-Nice went from having cabin fever because he couldn't go because of a pandemic to being an absolute global icon. Because, mind you, he went on IG Live or Instagram.
But he's throwing live parties, which is pretty dope. I was hooked.
Yeah, but mind you, that all started because he had cabin fever because he was in the house so long and he's so used to being, out doing parties and shows, and many DJs felt that same thing. They're used to being out. They're used to getting a party going or doing gigs and so on and so forth. And that stopped. Everything stopped. And he just couldn't take it anymore, so he just hopped on his IG, went live, and all the people showed up, and then their people saw their people.
Yeah, and actually, I thought it was a pretty creative outlet for him too, and for everyone else too, because you got to have a virtual party going in a way, and kind of forget about the state of things at the moment and just listen to some good music. There was another one also done with, I believe his name was DJ, correct me if I'm wrong, DJ Premier versus RZA.
Oh, Premier and RZA, with the verses. That's another verses.
Yes, that was my favorite one, by the way. They were taking it back, and they were battling with each other, but it was all fun, he would play a throwback, and then DJ Premier would play a throwback. It was like education of hip hop. It was.
Indeed, and I think the three best verses that's happened since this whole thing started, that's one of them, of course.
Oh, yeah! I saw that one on YouTube.
Cry,
that was really good, too. Yeah.
If you didn't cry at least once, you just have no soul. I'm sorry.
No, absolutely. That was actually really soulful, too. It hits you.
Yeah, because it was two friends just talking. There's two friends just sharing music, and I think the beautiful thing about that entire thing was, as much as they are friends, there are some songs that they didn't know that one made, and it was yo, what song is that? Oh, what song is that?
Yeah.
I thought that was so genuine, so pure, because like, you know, artists, you know, they, you know, they're sensitive about their stuff. And the fact that someone's never heard of, that your friend's never heard a song before, instead of taking like, you know, the, how dare you not hear that song? Oh, you never heard it? Here it is.
Yeah.
It was so welcoming, so
It
loving.
felt like you were watching two friends in a living room, like just vibing out. That's the kind of feeling I felt. I thought that was, I agree with you. I thought that was really authentic, and it was cool because it's like, even though it was like new for even them, it was kind of like explicit stuff for us, and we were like, yeah, we get to like get that sneak peek, so, you know. So I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah. I know, I agree with you. I think, so you can kind of see that there's been some like positive stuff coming out of it as well, in terms of like the creative environment, I would say. Just people finding like different avenues to kind of express themselves, I would say, right?
Yes, indeed. I think it's very important for not just, it's very important in general, like there's so many new discoveries of how to be creative and how to, like, you know, share yourself with the world now because of this pandemic. And not only are we discovering new things about ourselves, but we're also discovering new things about others and how much we are so much similar to them, and vice versa. And I think that's very, not only is therapeutic, but it's very calming to know that, hey, someone that you probably never met before, but only know as being a fan, is going through the exact same thing that you are.
Oh, valid point. So, what can we expect from the Jump Off Express?
Well, as I mentioned earlier, tonight we have our all vinyl slow jam session on the faceradio.com, which you probably not. The people who want to hear this later on, you can go to the archives on faceradio.com and hear it there. And also, we're on each and every Friday from about 4 to 6. On the faceradio.com, and we're working on another bracket challenge, because a couple of months ago we did the remix bracket challenge in April, which had a huge success. And let's hear it. First, we're doing an all Prince bracket.
Wow, I already have a favorite. I can tell you right off the bat. I was about to say it's probably going to be a lot of arguments. You know what? I'm not even going to spin any controversy, but I have a personal favorite, I will say.
Oh, by all means, please share.
Oh yeah, should I just say it now? I don't know. I mean, okay. Well, my favorite song is "When Doves Cry" for sure. Like, I know it's probably like whatever, but like for me, that's just my personal favorite.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, like the riffs, everything. I don't know, just even the starting of the song. Every time I hear it, I'm like, oh, Prince is coming, you know?
I mean, once you hear the drums, you know that it's coming on, and that's it. Like,
everything about it. Like,
I get it. I totally get it. Yeah, so hopefully we'll have that up and running within the next week or so. And just hop aboard the Jump Up Express. We appreciate everyone that listens to us every week. We can't do it without you guys, and we're doing it for you guys and gals, for everybody. We're doing it for everybody.
So people tune in for sure. And are there any dope vinyl spots you want to shout out today?
Oh wow, where can I begin? First and foremost, Record City Records. That's one of the that's the homies right there. Love them dearly. Human Head, Captured Tracks, Rock and Soul, Superior Elevation, Mixtape Shop.
Oh wow.
Black Gold, Turntable Lab. I know I'm going to get somebody next from me. A1. Yeah, because the regular places I go to. A1 Records, Head Sounds, and there's a record shop that I go to because they're on the other side of the country. But Air Candy Records, shout out to you. They've sent me so much stuff over the past year or so. Like whenever I will buy something online, you go find all these record stores on Discogs. I will buy something for the Discogs, and they will send me an extra record.
You're the best customer, that's
literally
why.
Order from every other week. I probably paid through somebody's college fund through me. So I truly thank them.
I'm sure
and,
they're grateful to
really
you
thank
too.
them very much. They're awesome.
The feeling is mutual, my friend, I'm sure. All right, so I got a last question for you. So you know, we've been going through a lot these days, struggling through the COVID pandemic, and now this heightened racial injustice epidemic is starting to unveil itself. What positive message do you have for our young creatives looking to survive and make this world a better place by sharing their creativity in this type of environment?
Well, we have a saying on our show when we close off our show every week with love is the answer and it's not even a question. And we say that and we stress that because, especially during these times, love is in my personal opinion, that's the first emotion that you feel when you come in this world. That's the first emotion that you feel. If not from the doctor that brought you into this world, if not from the parent or the nurses, there's love in that room when you come into this world. And that's the first emotion you feel. You're taught all the other emotions. Love is the one selfless thing that it's automatic. You feel once you get here. And we teach and preach that and say it every week so we can remind people that
no, I feel that. Preach. Preach. I like that answer, and I always say love is the highest frequency of human emotion. So I appreciate that you said that. So I felt that when you said that. So thank you for sharing that. So, guys, you heard it. Look forward to listening to Greg J at the Jump Off Express, Buena Vista Vinyl Club on Fridays from 4 to 6 p.m. You can direct link to the show via their Instagram at Buena Vista Vinyl Club, or check out Kalibuzz Station for a direct link to their show and quick recap of our interview today at moohub.work/Kalibuzz. Greg J, we still got you here because we want to play a game with you. It's called, this is how we torture all our guests, by the way. You have to play Sidebar Trivia. Are you ready?
I am ready. The one time I'm actually drinking water and not alcohol.
So, by the way, a little birdie told us that you're a comic fan, so we tried to throw in something in there for you. Okay? So we're gonna challenge you a bit here.
Oh wow!
So
okay.
Here's the rules. Basically, I'm gonna give you 2 categories to choose from. I'm gonna ask you 3 questions. You get only 3 seconds to answer each question with a true or false. Okay? So you ready? Okay. So the categories are hustle and motivate, or random.
I'm going to go random. I'm gonna go random because this game was random as F. So yeah, I'm gonna go random.
Yeah, this game throws everybody off. I ain't gonna lie. It even throws me off. All right. So the first question: true or false? Werewolves were banned from comics for 17 years to make them more family friendly.
True.
Yeah. Do you know why?
I vaguely heard this, remember the story. I vaguely remember it, but I can't. You
definitely know. Okay, so it is in fact true. In 1951, the CCA, the Comics Code of Authority, was created and basically forbade scary creatures to be displayed in comic stories until the ban was lifted in 1971. So that's why it's true. Just in case the audience was wondering.
Right.
So question 2. American comic book writer Stan Lee was a frontliner in World War II.
True.
No.
Oh, no, World War I.
No, well, it's false, but so this was tricky. So the answer is false. He did serve in World War II, but he was writing manuals for the troops and using his creativity to design logos for the war affairs. He didn't actually fight. He was just designing logos, basically. But yeah, all right. You learned a little something about Stan Lee. Okay, well, you know what? Since you're such a great guest, we'll give you partial credit. How about that?
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
And you have to promise to play me a Prince song, my favorite song. Yeah.
I will play your Prince.
Yay. Okay, then I'll give you the half credit.
You have my word.
All right. Number 3. 50% of your hand strength is in your pinky. True or false?
true. Oh.
Yeah, you weren't true, but you're right.
Oh wow!
This was truly random. This was truly random. So it's true because 3 other fingers, your ring, middle, and index, it would basically weaken, and you would not be able to pinch. Basically, that's why there's so much strength in your pinky. Random, I know. You did pretty good. You did pretty good, Greg. Don't worry. I got to thank my writer, Jesus, for that one. Greg J, thank you for blessing us with your creative presence today. We loved having you, and please come again to our show. You definitely were a blast to have on here.
For sure. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it.
Yes, well, we're honored to have you here. I'm very honored. And, keep doing your fine vinyl playing, and everyone tune in, of course. And, it was a pleasure, Greg. That's all I'll say.
You are listening to Side B and Number 2s.
Spinning like a broken record. For a player, you don't know that many major chords. We hang out and then you get bored, and you leave me here like I'm your landlord. You come back and say I'm sorry, boo, and I know you never mean it, gets you in though. Did you call me 'cause you had to? 'Cause you know I'd throw your suitcase out the window. I don't need you here to feel good. No, I'm not angry, I got better things to do. Tell your friends I will be just fine. Don't need no therapist, there's nothing like wine.
Y'all know the drill. We're about to close out. Can you believe we're in episode 6? My God, time flies when you're having fun, huh? Our first season's almost over, guys, so please follow our station at muhub.work/cullybuzz. We support creatives in every industry, and the purpose of our movement is to increase exposure and growth of hardworking independents in the creative community. Total side note, guys. However, before we end our episode today, I wanted to take this time to bring awareness to the fact that yes, we're dealing with the COVID pandemic, and at the same time, injustices that were sadly already taking place are further being highlighted in the media, especially geared towards minority groups such as the Black community. While all of this is really hard to take in and digest because it feels like we're in a cyclone of bad news lately, let's take advantage of this so-called pause we're in at the moment to really reflect on what we want to change within ourselves and our environment. Let's learn from our adversity and be better as people, since it always starts with us. As American rapper and hip-hop artist Tupac Shakur once mentioned, and I quote, "You gotta make a change. It's time for us as people to start making some changes. Let's change the way we eat, let's change the way we live, and let's change the way we treat each other. You see, the old way wasn't working, so it's on us to do what we gotta do to survive." End quote. So I ask you to just reflect. What systematic changes do we want to see in the future? How do we want to be treated, and how can we treat others better? These are all things I know I personally think about, and I hope you will too. Once we all get to the other side of this pandemic, how are we all going to come out of this? Stronger or even more divided? You decide. In addition, I know there are primary elections coming up in several states such as DC, Indiana, Maryland, Montana, New Mexico, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, New York, etc. Your right to vote is one way to make your voice heard, so please use it. Educate yourself about the candidates in your states, your communities, and your districts. Remember to look at candidates from the bottom all the way to the top, because the elected officials that you decide to vote for will be speaking on your behalf. So choose wisely, my friends. As Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that."
Baby girl, let the ice break. Give you all what your life is. I know what I say. Give me, baby girl, another night, yeah. When you want something, come on, you can ask and I never say no. You know what I say. Upgrade and nice, I can get you some. I met a girl from the UK. She a damn, she a cutie. I tell her come if she wanna see me. She love the green and she love when it rains. She said bring up the money from the ATM. Tell your mom some your ATM. Me no back, you go shopping with your ATM. Go lunch with your ATM. The way bags and clothes from your ATM. When I glow every time you come in, be the one with the bag when you are with your friends now. Oh no no no. Yeah, every time she wants something, she call and check in. You know, I answer when you call and check in. Tell me what's the case, what's the matter? Tell me what's your name, looking fantastic. Dark skin like Fanta. Danger how she move, no banta. Hey, hey, niña tombong banta ya maybe. Ikata minto, kata for minto. Baby, nice walk or no. I met a girl from the UK. She a dance, she a cutie. I tell her come if she wanna see me. She love the green and she love when it rains. She said bring out the money from the ATM. Tell your mom some your ATM. Me no back, you go shopping with your ATM. Go loves with your ATM. The way bags and clothes from your ATM. When I glow every time you come in, be the one with the bag when you are with your friends now. With your friends now. Girl up for my key, all you really want is my key, Girl want me to wifey, I don't really show nothing but love, Girl up for my key, all you really want is my key, Girl want me to wifey, I don't really show nothing but love. Baby girl, I like it how you move, moving like the ocean, yeah. She deep like the ocean. She got waves in the hair just like the ocean, yeah, like the ocean. If it didn't know, swim my man some distance from the ocean. Wavy like the ocean, baby, yeah, you're looking like the ocean. Deep in my pocket like the ocean. She said bring out the money from the ATM. Tell your mom from your